Hey guys, Darth Mel's here and very excited to bring you another lightsaber review. In this corner we have the Elf Sabers Return of the Jedi Neopixel Proffie Hilt, and in this corner we have the Elf Sabers Mandalorian Return of the Jedi style hilt. So I'm going to give you an in-depth review on this hilt, show you some comparisons, and we can see the differences and see if it's worth the buy. Check that all up next in the review. So when you get this Return of the Jedi Elf Sabers hilt, it'll come in the white box. It will include your blade plug, tools, and a very nice battery charger. But here's an up-close look at that hilt itself. Very nice design.
The grenade section definitely looks solid. So when you do get this saber, you will have to unscrew the pommel to reach the electronics for the kill switch.
There's a nice design at the end of this core to pull it out. Just grab that. And then here's a look at your Proffie. As a kill switch, the speaker is very loud. You can see there is a symbol here that shows the direction in which you need to install the core back in. So you line that up with like where the ignition switch is.
When you're putting the core back in, you'll feel a little click at the end to ensure it's seated fully.
Put your cap back on. What I found very interesting is on most of these hilts, this is your ignition and aux. But actually the green and reddish orange buttons are actually your ignition switch and or aux button. And of course they are flashing the reddish orange and green. There is no lower pommel lights, obviously. You do have the emitter lights. There is no additional emitter or pommel caps for display. It's kind of built into the design. Has gesture control and all the features that you would expect. But it is really a beautiful hilt. So this is pretty much what it will look like when you get it, with the white Elf Sabers box, everything kind of packaged up tight, this kind of white foam. And over here is where you have it pretty much disassembled. The core is out, you have your blade plug, you have your pommel cap, your battery charger and tool. And that's pretty much what that looks like. Just be aware this doesn't disassemble or come apart as far as the hilt as easily as some other versions. You can easily disconnect items, and it just is not meant to kind of take apart the same way as traditional Luke Return of the Jedi, Mandalorian, or V2 versions. Just take a note of that. So here's the comparison we've all been waiting for. And by the way, if you like these stands, I love these stands. I get them all from Red 5 on Etsy. You guys should definitely look them up. So again, in this corner we have Luke Return of the Jedi, and in this corner we have Luke Mandalorian. And we're gonna look at some of the changes in case you want to get one of these to decide which one do you want to get. So right off the bat you can see the Luke is very clean as far as the lines and the seams, and the Mandalorian has these black details and a little bit more weathering in the design. And that's pretty much basically in that lower part of the design, not the upper. It's just kind of in the lower part of the pommel and pommel cap. The finish itself has this light weathering on the Mandalorian, and it does not obviously have that. It is more of a smooth gloss type finish on the Return of the Jedi. I would say the ignition switches are pretty much the same. And besides the finish, the buttons appear to be the same as well. When you move up the hilt, the neck itself is exactly the same. Same kind of finish and weathering on the gold or bronze. And then when you get back to the emitter, they are exactly the same except the finish. Got more of your kind of flat gloss and your kind of like weathered matted type finish there. Lastly, I'll show you guys the pommel caps. You can see that again, the Return of the Jedi has that clean finish, and there's that more black outline on the pommel cap there for the Mandalorian version. So I hope this comparison helps if you guys are looking for the Elf Sabers hilt, and that helped you better decide which one you would prefer or be interested in. By the way, it is very awesome that this particular saber, both the Return of the Jedi and the Mandalorian, come with 3 retention screws for the blade. So that's very nice. The blade does not feel wobbly or wiggly in any way, so that is definitely a plus. I used my smaller 26-inch blade to show you guys some of the features here. We'll turn it back on to its original green. The speaker is amazing. Very loud and bold. Smooth swing, and all of its features are very sensitive and well responsive.
I am Bastila Shan. Going somewhere.
Love that hum for this one. Turn the lights down a little bit more for you guys.
That lightsaber was loose.
The flash on Clash is super sensitive and well responsive as well.
Hello, Master. It's Rey Skywalker.
At last we will have our revenge.
Again, these lights look real good. Color looks great.
Master Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan Kenobi. It is obvious that this cannot be decided by us. Lord Vader. Young Rey. I know what I have to do.
Love the Kylo. There's a handful of very cool particular sound fonts to Elf Sabers that I don't see on other Proffie boards. This is Transformers-like. Of course, Proffie has all the quotes and music and things like that. There's your sound effects. Pikachu. Pikachu. Here's a quick look at it with the blade plug-in to just see how that looks. More of the authentic look. Again, super detailed, super responsive. Very impressed by Elf Sabers on this one. I'll give you guys my quick final thoughts. I really enjoy and like both of these. I can't really decide. I think they're both cool for their own unique reasons. You heard me go through their specifics, so you guys can make your own choice on which one you like. Let me know if you have a preference, which one you do like. I think most will probably pick the OG, but I do like the matted brush finish on the Mandalorian, so I can't really choose. These sabers are sold on Korbanth and many other lightsaber distributors. They're usually about $500 without a blade. And if you guys are wondering, these are 1-inch blade sabers. They're not the 7th, 8th inch blade. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think of these sabers. If you picked up one, which one you like best. Check out all their other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace. See you next time from the Darth Mells.